Before starting with the video, I would just like to congratulate each and every citizen of India as we have just witnessed a very proud moment as Chandrayaan 3 has landed successfully on the moon, and India has become the first country in the world to successfully land on the south pole of the moon. So, we will be looking into the experiments which Chandrayaan 3 would be performing after landing on the moon. Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about what Chandrayaan 3 would be doing after it has landed on the moon. So, about the timeline, first we will be looking at the news, then what are the experiments which Chandrayaan 3 is supposed to do, and then we will be looking at the points which Chandrayaan 3 will be carrying forward and has started by the Chandrayaan 1 and 2. For example, discovery of power, buried lava tubes, magma ocean thesis, dynamic moon and solar flares. In the end, we will also be looking into a mains practice question. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is Science and Tech. So this topic becomes very important, and there are high chances that question to be asked from this topic. So the news says, after Chandrayaan 3's landing, the experiments, lunar quakes and water on moon. So Chandrayaan 3 has landed successfully on 23rd of August at around 6 p.m. 6:04 p.m. So this was the time it has landed, a minute or so before it only. So now we will be talking about the experiments that it will be performing, because now that becomes important, that what was the aim of Chandrayaan 3 to land on the moon. So after rolling down a ramp from the Chandrayaan 3 lander, the 6-wheel 26 kg Pragyan rover, which is capable of slowly moving up to 500 meters, will begin its job of lunar exploration. So first of all, the Chandrayaan 3 rocket has moved up, which is LVM-3, and now there was a lander which first came out, and the name of the lander was Vikram, and after the lander has landed on the moon, there is a rover which has come out, and that is Pragyan, and that Pragyan rover has 6 wheels. It consists of 6 wheels and the weight is 26 kg, and the distance it will cover is 500 meters. And the aim is to explore the lunar surface, that is to explore the surface of the moon. And the landing has happened at the lunar dawn, that is the south pole of the moon. And in total 6 payloads are on board, and the lander and the rover will start collecting data soon after. And now the Pragyan rover has also moved out, so it will start its job. And to get as much science as possible in the single lunar day, which is equals to 14 earth days, for which they will remain operable. So there is a limit to which Pragyan would be operable, and that is single lunar day, and single lunar day is equivalent to 14 earth days. So we can say that for 14 earth days it will be operable, and for 14 earth days it will try to collect as much data as possible. And Chandrayaan 3 payloads will further the science learnings of the 2 predecessors mission, that is Chandrayaan 1 and Chandrayaan 2. So whatever Chandrayaan 1 and Chandrayaan 2 has found it till now, Chandrayaan 3 will make those findings even more fine. Then the few of the important things is studying lunar quakes, minerals composition and the electrons and ions near the surface of the moon, because these things will tell about the atmosphere of the moon, whether water is present or not, and how much intensity of water is present and how much quantity of water is present. And it will attempt to study water ice, the presence of which was detected by Chandrayaan 1. So this is one of the most important point, that Chandrayaan 1, when it went at its time, then Chandrayaan 1 studied about the water ice and it detected water ice. So Chandrayaan 3 would be taking its findings forward. And now about India's Chandrayaan 3 shot to the mission, which has been a big success now. So what has happened is, on July 14, Chandrayaan 3 was launched. So the launch date is July 14, 2023. Between July 15 to July 25, Chandrayaan 3 completes orbit around Earth, and then on 1st of August, ISRO has injected the spacecraft into the translunar orbit. It was the August 1st that ISRO injected the spacecraft. Now, on August 5, Chandrayaan 3 has been successfully inserted into the lunar orbit. So, Chandrayaan 3 has made its progress very fast. Then, between August 6 to 16, Chandrayaan 3's orbit is reduced gradually. So, the orbit reduced gradually as it was coming close to it. Then, what happened is, on August 17, separation of the lander module from the propulsion module. So, the Vikram lander separated from the propulsion module on 17th of August. Then what happened was, on 23rd of August, soft landing begins. That is the day when soft landing began to happen, and it slowly landed on the lunar surface to explore it with the help of a rover, and the rover name is Pragyan, which is 6-wheeled and in total 26 kg. So, this was about Chandrayaan 3, and the vehicle or the rocket in which it has went is the LVM-3 vehicle. Now, about the mission experiments. So, these are technical in nature. In depth, these things won't be asked, but you need to know the name of the missions because that can be asked. So, mission experiments of Chandrayaan 3. First is, that is radio anatomy of moon-bound hypersensitive ionosphere and atmosphere, that is RAMBHA. What it will do, it will study the electrons and the ions. So, you just remember the name, that is RAMBHA. Then second is CHASTE, that is Chandra Surface Thermophysical Experiment. It will study the thermal properties of the lunar surface near the polar region. Then third is ILSA, which is Instrument for Lunar Seismic Activity. It will measure the lunar quakes. Then fourth is LRA, which is Laser Retro Reflector Array. Laser Retro Reflector Array, and it is a passive experiment which is sent by the NASA, and it acts as a target for lasers for every accurate measurement for future missions. So, for future missions also it will do the accurate measurement, and these four are the experiments. You can remember the name RAMBA, CHASTE, ILSA and LRA. Then two scientific experiments on the rover, on the Pragyan rover, and that is LIBS, which is Laser Induced Breakdown Spectroscope, and then APXS, which is Alpha Particle X-ray Spectrometer. So, see, this becomes very technical to go in depth. So, what we can remember is that first of all, lunar exploration, second about the atmosphere of the moon, then about the presence of water or what are the conditions there, how is the atmosphere, all these things would be measured. Then about the discovery of water. So, now we will be talking about the points which Chandrayaan 1 and Chandrayaan 2 has already identified, but Chandrayaan 3 will take forward. That is, first of all, discovery of water, which Chandrayaan 1 has already done. That the southern polar region of the moon is known to have deep craters that remain in permanent darkness. So, the southern polar region, already deep craters has been identified, and they always remain in darkness, and it is high likelihood of having water ice. Water ice means that at different patches the water has been identified, but the temperature is so low that it has become ice. And Chandrayaan 1 has already done the discovery of water and hydroxyl. Hydroxyl is OH. So, water and hydroxyl molecule discovery Chandrayaan 1 has already done in the moon thin atmosphere, that is exosphere. Then comes the buried lava tubes. So, what has happened is the terrain mapping camera. So, the terrain mapping camera of Chandrayaan 1 and hyperspectral imager which was present in the Chandrayaan 1, they have detected an underground lava tube. So, underground lava tube was detected. It means if this is the surface of the moon, then an underground lava tube was detected. and that can provide a safe environment for human habitation in the future. So this underground lava tube which was found has been said that it will provide a safe environment for the human habitation in the future, and it can also protect against hazardous radiation, small meteoric impacts, extreme temperatures and dust storms of the surface of the moon. So the presence of the lava tubes has been considered a positive aspect. Then comes the magma ocean thesis. So what is the magma ocean thesis on the moon? That is, it is said that moon is believed to have been formed after an early piece of the earth separated due to an impact. So earlier it was a part of the earth, but after a part has been separated from the earth due to an impact, the energy generated by the impact is believed to have led to the melting of the moon's surface. So after an early piece of the earth was separated from the earth due to an impact, so because of this impact a energy was released, and that energy led to the melting of the moon's surface. So that melting of the moon's surface is called the magma ocean hypothesis. So this is the magma ocean hypothesis of moon. Then dynamic moon. What is dynamic moon? It means very dynamic activities are taking place on the moon, and this is also what Chandrayaan-1 has detected, that the terrain mapping camera of Chandrayaan-1 found evidence of the volcanic vent, that volcanic eruptions was taking place. Lava pond was also there, and lava channels as recent as 100 million years old, indicating recent volcanic activity. So this tells us that there were many different activities which was taking place on the moon. Then solar flares. So the solar X-ray monitor on the Chandrayaan-2 orbiter was able to observe many solar micro flares. Solar micro flares was observed on the moon, which was outside the active region, as well as the elemental abundance from the not so bright solar corona. So the Chandrayaan-2, it was the Chandrayaan-2 orbiter which has observed the solar micro flares on the moon. So this also tells us about that these discoveries has been made by the Chandrayaan-1 or the Chandrayaan-2. So what Chandrayaan-3 has to do, it has to make observations so that these discoveries can be taken forward and many more interesting facts and discoveries can be made. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.